Good morning, dear friends. Hope y'all are doing good. Fall is in the air here in North Carolina for the past couple of days. I got a little hoodie on and it's wonderful. So I wanted to, I want to tell you my husband drove for the first time this morning. Drove me out here to the little store by my house and it was amazing. I missed him driving me. He missed driving me. Can't wait to take a road trip. Maybe after he gets his other eye fixed. But anyway, yeah, that happened. Um, I shared this last night with some people, and I thought I would put it in a little video so it can be in my journal because it's something the Lord has shown me that I'm going to be thinking about, and I thought I would share it in case anybody else wanted to think about it too. And for me, because the Lord is showing me that I'm in need of some self control. It's a fruit of the Spirit, right? We read that. And not necessarily the self control like for fleshly outward things, such as like, Lord, I need self control to not eat too many sweets, or I need self control to not watch so much Netflix, or something like that. Though, we might need self control for that. It's more of a desire, or he's showing me I have a need for self control in the inward man, in spiritual matters, in spiritual ways. Such as it's been coming to me, I need self control to yield to other people, submit myself to other people, not being quick to speak, but quick to listen to other people. I need help for that. I need to see the fruit of the Spirit in self control to grow. I need to see that more. He's been showing me that. So I've been asking him for it, because I've never really asked for the gift of self control before in my life. In my walk with the Lord, I haven't yet. And I guess it's been around 13, maybe 14 years I've been walking with him. And this is the first time. Because I didn't realize I really needed it until he showed me my lack in it, showed me my immaturity in it. So when he showed it to me, it birthed a desire in me to ask him for it. So I have, and now I'm just waiting for him to show me more about it, teach me more about it. Waiting for him to give me some scriptures to think about that have to do with self control. Waiting for him to give me some real life examples of how I can practice this self control in regards to the things I share, maybe with y'all, the things I talk about. And he's convicted me through other people, a couple of other people, maybe three, saying something to me. It's just like I can just hear the Lord speaking to me. And it convicts my heart a little bit. Makes me slow down and go, whoa, let me think about that. So I'm pondering a lot of this in my heart. But I wanted to share this little example that the Lord did give me a couple of days ago. It was just like a picture that came into my mind, or like an example. I'll share it with y'all. And you can think about it, because I don't know where y'all are at in your walk. The Lord might be showing you need help with anger, or you need help with your faith to grow, um, or you need help with being patient with people, or you need help with feelings of jealousy. You say inward things in the inward man, in the heart and the mind, those things. We need the Lord to change those things. We can't change those things. We might can quit drinking alcohol, quit smoking, quit talking about people behind their backs, These kind of things that people can say about us, outward things, the outside of the cup. Y'all have read that scripture. The Pharisees cleaning the outward. But we need the Lord to clean the inward, don't we? I found that I don't have enough power to change the inward matters. Those enemies are too powerful for me. Those are things I cannot overcome on my own. I need the power of the Lord working within me to wash my inside, wash the inside of the cup, clean and clear and crush those things. Can't do it on my own. And it's a process. I have to wait on the Lord. A lot of waiting on the Lord. But here's the example. Let me get to it. All right, so say you're at work and the boss man calls a meeting and everybody goes into the break room and sits around a large table. Like I said, I shared this last night with a few people. I wanted to get it in my journal and thought maybe, hopefully, could help somebody else to think about something I'm thinking about. And you got a big table and you got maybe, let's just say 10 people sitting around the table. And the boss man is going to call every one of them to speak. Every one of us sitting around the table are going to have to share an idea, share a thought, share a response. We're going to have to speak. And we've got number one sitting at the table that the boss man calls on. Okay, so-and-so, speak your piece, speak your mind, talk about this. Well, as number one starts speaking, say I'm number 7 at the table. I'm going to be speaking 7th, and there's 1 through 6 persons ahead of me that are going to be speaking. Number one starts speaking, and as soon as number one starts speaking, all of a sudden in my mind, I'm starting to formulate and think about and prepare what I'm going to say when it comes my turn. Right? Natural thing to do. And then number 2 starts speaking. Well, I might be looking at them, nodding, whatever, but in my mind, I'm trying to hold on to my good thoughts I've got to share. Because I want it to come out clearly, and I want to articulate it well, and share something good myself. So I'm really trying hard to remember what I've got prepared in my mind to say. And what the Lord kind of showed me here is as I'm doing that, as I'm thinking about my thought, holding on to it, preparing my response in my mind, He's showing me that I'm not able to really hear what number 1, 2, 3, and all the way, all the people ahead of me, I'm not able to really listen to what they're saying. I'm not able to take it in and think about it. I'm not able to yield to their thoughts and opinions and the words they're saying. I'm not going to be able to grasp what they're sharing because I'm sitting over here trying to hold on to what I got to say. And He showed me that. And don't we do that? It may not be sitting around a table at a workplace meeting. It may be when we're on YouTube, or it may be when we're talking with our husband or our spouse and we're having a conversation and discussion, and maybe we're talking about a hard thing. And maybe, like for me and my husband, sometimes we wrestle over finances, and sometimes we wrestle over how to correct the children and how to lay down rules and things in our household. And as he's talking and sharing his thoughts and opinions and why he believes the way he does and why he thinks we should do something, in my mind, I've already formulated my response, and I'm holding on to it because that's what I'm going to use to come back, because that's my good idea, my thought, my perspective. And as I'm doing that, I'm not really able to hear what he's saying. You know what I mean? I'm not really able to put myself in his shoes and give him the respect that I want to have and I'm not able to really listen with an open mind to what he's saying, whether I agree with it or not. I want to be able to give him the time to speak and be respectful and honor him, yield my thoughts and opinions, lay them down for a little bit so I might really think about what he said. You know what I mean? So you can see that concept working in different ways. And you might can think about it for yourself. Do we do that? Because the Lord showed me that I don't really do that. And I feel like he's wanting to teach me how to do that. How to yield to other people. How to try to understand how they're thinking. Because if the people talking to me, sharing with me, don't feel like they're being heard or valued or respected, then they're not going to want to keep talking to me. And when it comes my time to speak to them, they're probably not going to listen. That's kind of some of the stuff the Lord's teaching me about. And I'll finish with how he's showing me to do. He's kind of giving me a knowing or what he's wanting me to do to practice this. How to yield to others and respect them and honor them and their heart and how they feel and what they think. Is that, say when number one starts speaking around that table, is, all right, I know, Misty, you want to share. You got something to share. You got thoughts. But just kind of forget about it for a minute. Lay it down. Don't worry about it. And actually listen to number one speak. And number two, try to hear it. Let it come in your mind. Esteem them higher than your own self. Esteem their thoughts and their heart better than your own for a minute. And that thing which you want to speak, when it comes your time to speak, I will give you what to speak. I'll give you the right words to speak. And they won't even be your own thoughts. They won't even be your own opinions. They will be what I want you to speak. You can think of all the scriptures where, it tells us that just that the Lord, open your mouth and the Lord will speak. And like I was talking with my friend yesterday when we were talking about this, think about all the scriptures in the Bible where you're talking about our great example, Jesus, and all the people that railed him, mocked him, thought they knew how life was. They knew how the scriptures were. They knew how this Messiah that was coming to the earth was supposed to be, though they were looking him square in the eyes. He stood there and answered them not a word. He had all wisdom, pure truth, everything, yet he didn't speak a word. He did listen to them. And then I remember the scripture where Jesus said, I didn't come here to this earth to do my own will. I came here to do the Father's will. And therefore, I only speak what he speaks, and I only do what I see him do. What an example unto us, isn't it? What an example. And I just thought, that's what's going on. That's what the Lord's helping me with about the self-control and esteeming others as higher and yielding to people. And I thought I'd share it with y'all for anybody that it might be the right time for them to think about. Maybe if you're in the same boat as me. And I think, in this process, I figured that the Lord will humble me a lot in it. And show me that it's not up to me to convince all these people. It's not my limited amount of wisdom that the Lord has taught me that is always so superior to everybody else. Sometimes it's just humbling myself to the level that somebody else is on. To try to understand why it is they think the way they do. To try to value them and esteem them. Give them the room to speak and share and be who they are. trusting in the Lord, you know, that if I hear they're in error or something's wrong in their thinking, trusting that the Lord will correct their thinking. He's powerful enough to do that, rather than thinking it's on me to convince them and change them, because that might bring about me getting frustrated. It might bring about contention, you know. But just waiting on the Lord, that if I'm to speak to them, that I want to speak to them the words the Lord gives me, because His word is powerful and piercing. It will pierce the heart. It could change the mind. My opinions and thoughts won't. But if I can wait on the Lord to give me the right words at the right time to speak, you know, that can make all the difference. Just some things like that. I thought I'd share that. I love y'all. I hope y'all have a great day. And as the Lord continues to correct me and show me more about this, you know, if I feel led to, I'll share it. Talk to y'all soon.